Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Jonathan. This is Duke Does Amazon, my Amazon selling channel. For anyone that's new, at the time of this video, I'm about 16 months into selling on Amazon. It has truly changed my life. I know firsthand that anybody can do this. And so anyway, I'm sharing a little bit about my experience. On today's video, this is more geared towards people that are beginners or wanting to start or about to start. Maybe they just signed up for their account. It's an account health overview. So at a later time, I'll dive into all the different components that make up your account health. But just in general, if I were talking to a friend or family member, I would really make a point to assure them or to make sure that they understand how vital it is to keep a healthy account. Okay, so before we dive into that, I want to give a general background or just my 2 cents on selling on Amazon. Okay, the way I see it is that this is like a gold rush moment. I don't know how long this is going to be available to third-party sellers. I do think for quite some time, but not forever perhaps, or not at the level to make the type of money that third-party sellers are able to make right now. Okay. It is literally, I mentioned this earlier, it's life-changing money. I'm not saying because all of a sudden I make $1 million a month, but it's given me personally such financial freedom and peace of mind, and I know many others that are doing the same. And the writing is on the wall to me that I can continue to scale and grow and grow. It's Amazon's rules though. This is their game. This is their sandbox. This is their stadium. And that's fine by me, okay? Is it a little annoying at times for little things that you may not agree with, or you don't like this fee or how this is done? Yeah, of course. But you know what I would say? Go create your own Amazon, right? They are literally a $1 trillion company with hundreds of millions of active buyers. And we as third-party sellers get to ride their coattails. So I've said this in other videos, I'll continue to say it. If you're gonna be mad about customer returns, or if you're gonna be mad about fees, or little this or little of that, it's not for you. I control what I can control. I focus on the 99% that makes this a phenomenal opportunity, not the little bit that gets a little annoying. And by the way, those little hiccups, they're great because they stop other people from continuing on the path, which creates barrier to entry. And at the end of the day, this is simple, not easy. Everybody can do that. So I just wanted to give the context and the mentality. This is Amazon's rules, but you get to be a part of what I think to be like a once in a lifetime opportunity in this next, whether, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years, take advantage of it. Now, as far as account health goes, I'm really just gonna break this down into 2 sections today. Again, this is a very general overview. You need to A, know what the rules are, and B, follow the rules. If you don't know what they are, you don't know what you're supposed to follow. The same way that I live in America, I need to pretty much understand what all of the rules are, or there's consequences from jail time to arrest to fines. I may not be familiar with every single rule, but that's not an excuse in a court of law that, oh, he was naive, he didn't know what the actual law was, so we're gonna let him slide for doing this, right? It's on you. This is a business, treat it as such. So the first thing, know the rules. Very simply put, there's something, once you become an Amazon seller, you have access to what is called Terms of Service, or TOS. You'll hear it frequently referred to as. Get familiar with it. Read every single piece of content, watch their videos, learn the ins and outs, and regularly and frequently go back to them and reference them. In addition to that, there's a bunch of forums, there's a bunch of videos, there's people that can help you answer the questions. Anything that you may come up across that you don't know what the right way to handle it is, somebody else has already been there, and I assure you that answer is floating around. So instead of cutting a corner or just making an assumption, take the extra minute to learn the proper way to do things and just know that it's readily available out there, okay? So again, nutshell. Number 1, know the rules. That's how you get to know them. Terms of service, research, ask people. Anything that you've done, someone else has done before you, okay? Now 2, I want to talk upon the actual account health as a whole, okay? Again, I'll deep dive into these at a later point, but a couple things that are really important. For one, when you do retail arbitrage and you're doing FBA, okay, which is the main focus of this channel, but whether it's online or wholesale, whatever, I'm only focusing on brand new products. And when I say new, I mean brand new. Put yourself in the seat of the customer. That's something that I like to do a lot. If I received the product today in the way that you purchased it, would I consider this brand new? And if not, I don't bother selling it. I only focus on brand new products. This is not eBay. Your money and the greater majority of what you sell, like 99.9%, is gonna be brand new, okay? So that means if there's a box with a indentation, if it clearly was opened, or if it was a return, but it looks good, everything's good, but the packaging's been opened, for instance, I say no. I have a general rule of thumb, and again, this goes back to there being so much opportunity, especially as I've been around longer. There is infinite amount of products that you can sell and make money on Amazon. It's not worth cutting corners or doing anything questionable. So if you ever are in doubt, if you ever question the product as it being perceived as brand new, just let it go. And by the way, I get it. When you're a brand new seller, you are so eager to make your first couple sales, to make your first couple bucks, to prove the concept. It's not worth it, especially early on. You don't have a resume or a history of a proven track record of being a very good, healthy seller, okay? If in doubt, do not buy it. I still make that decision to this day. Sometimes I err on the side of overly cautious. I could probably get away with it, but it's just not worth it. There's so much opportunity, and something that Amazon does not play around with is the condition of the product. If you say new, it needs to be like brand new. Not like new, brand new, all right? So keep that in mind. Another thing, the authenticity of products is incredibly important. I think this goes without saying, and I think common sense. If you knowingly sell fake things on Amazon, it's a matter of time before you get caught, and it's a matter of time before you lose your account and potentially your money and your inventory. If you're thinking about doing that, just don't. I think that's pretty obvious. But for everybody else that is doing things the right way, if that ever does come in question, the best way to combat that is that you always have your receipts, okay? So like for myself, when I buy them from stores, every week, 2 weeks, month, I scan all my receipts to my laptop. I have a file, I save everything, and in the event anything were to be questioned, which has happened like once or twice, whether it be from the brand, a customer's never questioned it, you just simply send them your receipt, you show them here, I purchased it with my business credit card on this date from this authorized retailer, this is not a fake. Okay, so receipts are incredibly important, whatever your system is from day one. I also keep a box with all of the physical ones just in case for like a year as well. That might be overkill, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, because that's how much I value my account health on Amazon, okay? Another thing, you want to have fast moving inventory. This isn't such a big deal, but it does account for part of your overall account health metric. They have several different ones. So you want things that are moving. When you think about it, Amazon doesn't want to have shelf space if you're doing Amazon FBA with products that are not selling, because that means they're not making money because you're not making money. So really simply, if they're not selling, if you want to tank the price so that you get rid of them, or you can request them come back and be sent to you for free, okay? So keep an eye on that, on your inventory. I mean, generally speaking, when you buy products, my rule of thumb is I'm trying to get them to all sell through in a month, but you know, sometimes things change, or you misread a chart, you make a bad buy. Just have them sent back to you and sell them on eBay or another online platform, or just sell them at a heavy discount to get rid of them. That's just part of the game. All right, so in a nutshell, oh, one other thing I do want to mention, you need to know what you're allowed to sell. As a new seller, you're not allowed to just sell Nike or Adidas as just random examples. And there's a lot of categories, and I'm going to be doing a video on gating or restricted items. Don't send in products that you're restricted or not allowed to sell. When you scan something in the Amazon seller app, it'll let you know. But if maybe you overlook that, that can hurt your account as well. So you don't want to start sending in things that you're not allowed to sell. Now, everything that I've mentioned, an incident here, an incident there, it's not going to shut you down, right? It's not going to end your Amazon career. Everybody makes little mistakes, and frankly, there's just some errors on Amazon's part, or just some that create hurdles and hoops, and you know, it's fluid. They're learning too as this continues to evolve and grow. So have your documentation, do things by the book, do things to the best of your ability. Frankly, use common sense. You know, that goes a long way too. If putting yourself in the seat of a customer. Would I perceive this product as new? Would I be happy with this product in its current condition? You know, stuff of that nature goes a long way. I do want to mention too, at the end of the day, if you're not doing anything that's fraudulent, that's deceptive, that you knowingly are selling fake items and stuff of that nature, based on my experience and based on talking to other experienced sellers, there's almost nothing you can't come back from. Yes, your account could be deactivated. Yes, they can keep your money in your inventory, but that is like if you are literally butchering or tailoring documents, trying to lie, trying to sell fake products, really like maliciously doing things wrong, or naively constantly doing things wrong too. But if you're doing things the right way, you know the rules, you're playing by the rules, there's gonna be little hiccups here and there. Your track record should speak for itself. Have your documentation, and just know that there's basically nothing you can't come back from. The reason I want to share that is because once I fully understood that at about a year mark, so a couple months ago, I really committed a lot more to scaling my business, because I had the peace of mind and assurance knowing that absolute worst case scenario and my account gets shut down, I'll still recoup my inventory, I'll still recoup my money that's being held up, because I know I'm doing things the right way. All right? So that's kind of it, guys. That's the account overview. You need to know what you're getting into. I'm gonna deep dive into all of this because there's a lot of different metrics and there's a lot of different things to understand. And we'll talk about that at another point. But again, account health overview, just know, do things the right way, understand what the right way is, and you'll be just good to go. And you get to ride Amazon's coattails into making as much or as little money as you'd like. All right? So anyway, if you have any questions about this, put them below. And other than that, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day, all right?